Friends, welcome back to my channel. In my previous video, we had done the first exercise on subcontracting, in which we had created a BOM for the main assembly, which is a casing assembly for a pump. Now we will do the next exercise, in which we will provide components to subcontract vendor and display the stock provided to subcontract vendor in transaction code ME2O. And also we will check the stock in MMBE transaction code as well. So the exercise is like this. We must provide components to subcontractor 50005 as it is necessary for the manufacture of casing assembly L-10001 which is having a BOM. Post the components from plant 9110 storage location 1000 to vendor 50005. The quantity of the components to be provided to subcontract vendor are as below. The first component 100 quantity, second component 100 quantity, third component 510 quantity. And one more point, as there is a chance to consume excess hexagonal head screws in the manufacture of the casing assembly for pump, we will provide 10 quantity more than required quantity of 500. Okay, so the third component, for one assembly we need 500, but we are going to provide 10 quantity more because there is a chance of the vendor consuming some quantity more. Okay, so before providing components to the contract vendor, check the stock of components in plant 9110 and storage location 1000. Okay, so first, let me display the BOM. Let us see the BOM of this material. How much quantity of these components are required? Okay, let me go to SAP system here. See, display BOM. I am in the transaction code CS03. This is the T code to create a BOM. So input the main material, plant, and BOM usage is 1. Enter. We can see the BOM. Yeah, this is the BOM. We can see the BOM here. So we can see these components. So for one casing assembly for the pump here, this main material, the quantity of the components required is the first component. Okay, CM-10001 is 1. Second is 1. And the third one, CM-10003 is 5. So 5 quantity of the hexagonal head screws we need for manufacturing one casing assembly. So here in this BOM, we can see the quantity of the components required to manufacture the casing assembly, which is for the main material having number L-10001. So now, since we have to provide the components to the subcontract vendor, first we have to check the stock of these components in our plant and storage location. Okay, so let us go to SAP easiest screen here. Let us go to MMBE transaction code here, and we will see the stock of the components one by one. So for example, CM-10001, I will put my plant and execute. I have 100 quantity in storage location 1000. Back the second component, CM-10002, execute. I have 100 quantity in plant and 9110 and storage location 1000. Back, and I will put the third component CM-10003 and execute. So I can see that we have 520 quantity of this component in 1000 storage location in our plant. So now we can, since we have the sufficient stock, okay, as required, we can provide these components to the subcontract vendor. Now, how to issue the components to the subcontract vendor? We have to use the transaction code MIGO to issue the components to the subcontract vendor. So let me go to SAP screen. Okay, so here I will go back here and let us go to the MIGO transaction code here. Okay, so I will go to MIGO, enter, and here what is the selection we have to do? We have to select transfer posting other. Okay, and input the quantity. I will show you. So select here, see, we have to select transfer posting other. Okay, and make sure that the movement type is 541. Okay, so 541, I will show you here, F4 here. So let us come down 541, little bit down. Yeah, here we can see 541, which is transfer posting to stock with subcontractor from unrestricted use. Okay, 541. So the movement type is fine here. I will input the components one by one. So the first component is CM1, CM-10001. Input our plant, storage location here, here. Destination also, because same storage location 1000, and just press enter. The system will capture the description of the material and plant and all. Okay, now what is the quantity? The first the first component is 100 quantity. And see, as soon as we take this input the moment of 541, here we can see here, we can see the special stock as O, and here we can see parts provided to vendor. It will automatically capture special stock O here as soon as we use the moment type 541. Okay, now here the second thing here is we have to input the name of the vendor here, just below the here the field O with parts provided to vendor here. So our vendor is 500005. Okay, this is the vendor with whom we are going to create a subcontract purchase order. Okay, after I input this one, just press enter. Okay, so the system will copy the description and everything. Now you have to select item. Okay, this is important. Then add the second component here. Here in this uh, arrow mark here, right? Just click on this arrow mark, next item here, down here in the middle of this page here. Click on next item. Okay. Add the second item, CM-10002. Add the plant, storage location 1000. Here also destination also, we have to input storage location 1000. 1000. Okay. Next, here, we have to input the quantity. Okay. First, I will press enter. The system has copied all the description and plant everything and 100 quantity. Okay, so item okay is checked here. Okay, so the second item we have added the quantity of the second component, which is 100 here. Okay, now we will add this third component here, which is CM-10003. Okay, so here I will click on this next item here, next item. Okay, so you will get this one. Add the material CM-10003 and input your plant, storage location, and here in the destination also you have to input our storage location. Okay, enter. Okay, so now here uh, the parts provided to vendor is there. Add the vendor 5-0005, enter, and here input the quantity. What is the quantity we are going to provide? 510. Okay, 510. Input the quantity here, 510, and enter. Input 510 and enter. Okay, make sure that this item okay is checked here. Okay, it is checked. So let us just go back to the previous page, and no need to go back to the previous page. We can see the quantity here, right? First component 100, second 100, that is 510. Item okay is checked here. Okay, so everything is fine here. So now we have to click on check button here at the top to make sure that everything is fine. Okay, so I think we have to input the vendor here in the, yeah, here, click on the partner, input the vendor here. See, this is very important here, 50005, enter. Okay, so then click on the previous page. Okay, input the vendor 50005, enter. Okay, here, click on the previous page, previous item, previous item. Here also enter the vendor 50005, enter. Okay, so we have to make sure that we have entered the partner or vendor in all the three pages. Okay, for example, here line 1, I double click, it is there. Line 2, double click, also it is here. Okay, line 3, double click, also we can see here. So after entering the quantity and also vendor in the vendor tab page, as well as in the transfer posting here, tab page here in the below the special, that special stock indicator O, which is parts provided to vendor here. Okay, after inputting all this data, we can click on check button. Click on check button for a special stock O. Okay, so I think we have left to input here for the second item. Okay, so double click on the second item. Yeah, here we had to input the vendor here also. See here, I had done this purposely to make sure that we have to input the vendor in both the transfer posting tab page as well as the partner tab page. It is very important. Okay, how we can check it? Okay, we can click on the line here, in the down first. Okay, it is there, right, in the transfer posting tab and partner. Second, also here in the partner tab it is there, and also transfer posting tab is also there. And double click on the number three. Here also in the transfer posting tab as well as in the partner tab, we have input the vendor. Okay, now we can click on check button. Everything is green here. Document is okay. So the most important thing we have to remember is we have to input the vendor number in the partner tab page as well as in the transfer posting tab page. Here, here in the field below the parts provided to vendor here. Okay. Now we can post. Yeah, material document posted. So we have done the uh, issuing of the components to the subcontract vendor. Okay. So now we will how to display this stock provided to subcontractor. We can display using the ME2O transaction code, as well as let us go to MMBE. Okay, so let me open one more screen here. And let us go to first. We will see in MMBE. Before issuing the components to the subcontractor, we had seen the stock of this one in our 1000 storage location. But now, after we supplied the components to the subcontractor, we can see here stock provided to vendor. This is the third material. Okay, the total stock of this component was 520 pieces. So still, 10 quantity we have in our 1000 storage location, and 510 we have provided to vendor. Okay, so let us see the other components. Okay, two. This is 100 quantities provided to subcontract vendor, and we do not have any stock in our storage location. See here, we can see stock provided to vendor, subcontract stock provided to subcontract vendor. Okay, the first material also we will check here, CM-10001. So execute. So here also we can see stock provided to vendor is 100 quantity. So we can see this stock overview in MMBE, as well as there is another transaction code here. I will take you to the SAP screen here. So here, let us go to the SAP menu, logistics, go to material management. Okay, let me open this screen. I think I have here already this screen open. Okay, material management, logistics, material management, purchasing, purchase order. Here, reporting. Here, there is a T code ME2O, subcontract stocks per vendor. Okay, go to the ME2O T code, ME2O T code, and input the vendor. Our subcontract vendor is 50005, and put the plant. If you want, you can put the components also, but no need actually. Just put the subcontract vendor as well as the plant, and check all this one. Okay, these check boxes, and just click on execute. Okay, we can see here. 100 quantity here, subcontract stock here. So this is, if you, if you just expand here. Okay, so no need to expand here. So we can see the 100 quantity. Okay, so which is already provided to the subcontract vendor here. Okay, so click here, select here, and if I select here and click on the stock overview, we can see the 100 quantity which is stock provided to vendor here. Okay, so this is how to provide the subcontract stock. Okay, that is how to provide the components to the subcontract vendor and display the stock provided to the subcontract vendor. Thank you for watching my video, and we will meet in the next video with the creation of a subcontract purchase order. See you till then.